The annual Halloween party at the prestigious Silverstone Corporation was the event of the year. Employees donned their most creative costumes, transforming the sterile office into a realm of fantasy. The CEO, Mr. Harris, was known for his extravagant parties, and this year was no different. He had spared no expense in decorating the office building to resemble a haunted mansion. As the clock struck midnight, the festivities were in full swing. Co-workers laughed and danced, their costumes ranging from classic witches and zombies to the most inventive sci-fi characters. The lights flickered ominously, and eerie music filled the air. It was the perfect Halloween party. In the corner of the room, Sarah, a diligent analyst, was chatting with her friend John, dressed as a dashing vampire. Their conversation was interrupted by a sudden chill that swept through the room. People shivered and looked around, but it was chalked up to the spooky atmosphere. Mr. Harris, dressed as a mad scientist, took the stage and announced the start of the annual costume contest. The winner would receive a luxurious vacation package. The crowd erupted in applause, eager to see who would take home the grand prize. As the contestants paraded across the stage, something inexplicable happened. A translucent figure appeared among them. It was a ghostly woman in a tattered white dress, her eyes hollow and her presence unsettling. She glided gracefully across the stage, and a hushed silence fell over the room. Some whispered that it was a planned special effect, but others were not so sure. The ghostly figure suddenly stopped in front of Sarah, and her icy gaze locked onto Sarah's. A wave of terror washed over her as she felt a cold hand touch her shoulder, and a whisper that sounded like the wind through a tombstone echoed in her ear. "Remember who you are." Sarah stumbled back, gasping for breath. The ghostly figure disappeared as quickly as she'd appeared. Everyone in the room exchanged uneasy glances, but they dismissed it as part of the elaborate Halloween show. The party continued, but an eerie tension lingered in the air. As the night wore on, more and more employees reported strange encounters with the ghostly figure. Whispers of forgotten memories and lost identities circulated, but no one could make sense of it. Hours passed, and the party descended into chaos. People panicked as their memories started to fade. They forgot their own names, their job titles, and even their connections to each other. It was as if their very identities were being erased. Sarah clung to John, who was now just a stranger in a vampire costume. Tears streamed down her face as she desperately tried to remember who she was, but the memories slipped through her fingers like sand. Panic consumed the room, and people rushed for the exits, stumbling and disoriented. Mr. Harris, the host of the party, was nowhere to be found. The ghostly figure reappeared, her eerie presence a cruel reminder of what they had lost. She pointed at Sarah once more and whispered, "Forget." With those haunting words, Sarah's memories vanished, leaving her with nothing but confusion and fear. In the end, the Silverstone Corporation's Halloween party became a nightmarish event, etched in the minds of those who attended. No one remembered who they were or how they had ended up in that strange place. The ghostly figure had succeeded in erasing their identities, leaving them lost in a world of perpetual darkness. And as the years passed, the story of that bizarre corporate office Halloween party became a chilling legend, a warning to those who dared to tamper with the unknown. The memory of who they once were was gone forever, replaced by an eternal haunting emptiness.